Welcome back, agents. Wolf here, and this is episode 2 of a new agent's journey. We're starting right where we left off in episode 1 in Theater Settlement, level 3. The dust is still settling from the Grand Washington Hotel, and DC is opening up just a little more for us. Today we're pushing to level 6 by sweeping SHD Tech through the Federal Triangle, unlocking a crucial safe house, taking a control point, and diving into one of my favorite early missions. So let's head out. So the first thing, as we step out of the theater, we're going to start moving south right down this trail here. And as you can see, there's some things that opened up, that demolition site that we talked about. But right about here is where we're going to head for our first safe house. That's the 1040 safe house. And as we move out, you'll see the environment shifts immediately. Downtown east gives way to the concrete canyons of Federal Triangle. It's pretty densely packed in there. There's like government offices, sealed barricades, some tight alleyways. We're going to fast forward through some of this just because I know some of the long runs, y'all don't need me to draw that out. You're going to do a couple of encounters here, as you see. Even in the early game, this zone has its own rhythm. Hyena patrols weaving through intersections and echoes of gunfire bouncing off some of the walls. There's little moments where you can feel the city trying to breathe, you know? It's the kind of place that kind of teaches you how to read danger around the corners before you really see it. Some of these areas, you can kind of find some of these materials here. So this circle on the door, you're going to see that's going to give you an indicator you are close to a safe house. So as we enter the safe house here, this is our first real stop. It's tucked under this low overhang, obviously. It's almost like an emergency bunker disguised as an office building. So go ahead and grab that collectible, search the drive. It's going to help open this map up a little bit, and it'll show you where some of these SHD Tech pieces are. And that's important because we're going to start routing this through. Now that we have this fast travel point, we're going to be running through some SHD Tech here. We've got the Navy Plaza control point that we're going to be tackling along the way, and we'll be coming right back to the safe house to go into that mission. So we're going to end up all the way over here to the east. Going to take all 5 of these. That's our first one, so we'll start there. Let's head on out and run up and get it. All right. So we start by pushing west into the narrow streets for our first SHD cache. Some hyena patrols are going to be around. They're around pretty often around this area, but at this level, they're pretty manageable as well. Just enough resistance to make grabbing this tech feel earned, you know? Here we go. Pop that lock, jump on in, and this is what your SHD Tech box is going to look like. So we're going to go ahead and pick that up. Usually around here, we'll find some extra things to pick up. A nice little piece of gear there. Let's check that out. That's kind of looks the same, right? So maybe we'll just junk that for now. Alright. Moving on from here. Oh. Alright, so where are we going next? Up north? Perfect. So that's our route. Let's get going. So we're going to swing north to pick up the next 2 caches. These sit near some busy intersections and kind of feel part of the... And this part of the Federal Triangle tends to pop off with random events too, so... If you happen to run into one, by all means take advantage of it. You're going to be gaining that extra experience, which is nice. See some question marks popping up over there. That's some areas to discover. And for us, public execution. So we're going to go ahead and run through this Little event here. Knock through it, save our pedestrians. And these events usually go in a couple of waves. So you'll have the first initial group of enemies that are attacking, and then there will be a door or a manhole or something that they're all coming out of. And for us, it looks like they're coming through this door here, so we can kind of funnel them in. Just really lay down some fire at first. Helps take out some waves. And if you hit the weakness spots, each enemy is a little different on where their weakness spot is. You'll see the crosshairs go yellow instead of red. And you pop those off and you'll have some... Ooh. Yeah, let's change it up. Alright. Pop those off and you'll get some extra little damage to them. Sometimes damaging their armor, damaging members behind them. Hey, there's our SHD Tech. Alright. So we got one more after this. Let's kind of look around the area a bit. But that's a good way to help take down quite a few people, hitting those weak points. So there's some random events that you might come across, like public execution, like we just did. There's some hostage rescues, territory controls, things like that. Don't be afraid to jump in on those. Those are good experience. Another collectible here. All right, all right. We're heading over here to our next north one. Yeah, so these yahoos here, seems like you never know whether you're gonna walk into a quiet street or a firefight you weren't really invited to. Pop the lock. And here we go for our third SHD Tech cache. And we'll get into the uses of our SHD Tech here in a little bit, but just to kind of help unlock some of this. And search the area. You can see some stuff might be behind the door there. You can still unlock and grab things. Another collectible.
Good to hear your voice, Henry. How things over in your part of town? Not bad. Borderline rosy.
All right. So looks like on our way here we're going to be hitting up that control point. So heading southwest towards our last two SHD Tech, we're gonna pass right past the Navy control point. So we'll stop and take that. And control points this early in the game can actually be some of the most fun encounters, honestly. There's enough enemies to keep you moving, but not enough to overwhelm you. There's plenty of cover, plenty of flanking opportunities, and always a nice reward chest waiting at the end. We'll get into that.
It is wrong, Odessa. Maybe. Probably. But it's what I need to do.
Navy Plaza. All right. Right down the road. Grab a couple of these.
Gotta go, baby. Not yet. Just a little longer.
Back into the Federal Triangle. Now we'll continue on our path here. I just want to take out some of these yahoos down the way real quick. Like I said, any chance you can, get a little extra experience. See if there's anything around here. Nope, nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, so let's continue back on our path, heading towards that Navy Plaza. Alright, down the road. Like I said, sometimes it just stays quiet and you're doing those long runs. And it can be a little rough sometimes. So be it. It'll be alright. I'll leave you alone. Some people shoot the wildlife. I don't. I leave them alone. There's no No harm, no foul. You ain't barking, you ain't giving my position away. You ain't trying to hit me. We're all good. Alright, as you can see, we are now crossing into this area with our control point. You can see it says call nearby allies. So you want to tuck in, make sure you're not being engaged, and call for allies. Now what calling for allies is going to do is going to give you a little bit of help along with giving you a fast travel point. So if you die here, you have to respawn. You're not losing your progress. You can respawn on these boss guys or activity control boss. Anyway, you run in here. Just kind of take some of these yahoos out. Pop, 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 pop. And just like our activities, control points are going to have a couple of waves as well. Now, if they're tier 1 through 3, you're only going to have, it increases the difficulty, but you're also only going to have the first encounter and the second encounter. And it's not going to be too overwhelming. If you have tier 4, you may have a chance for some harder enemies at the end and a few more waves coming through. So as you finish off the enemies right here, you're going to have out there to our south, it's going to be the spawn of our second wave. As you can see, we got some people already here shooting them with the minigun, giving us some help. And we'll always finish out with, you can see that pinged out for us, there's a boss out there right there. Right there. So we'll try and pick off some of these little guys first. I like picking those guys off first. Save the boss for the end. I don't know. It's up to you. Now with this boss, I can try and hit the... Nope. Nope. Oh shoot. You can try and hit the weak points with them long range. Sometimes they're harder, sometimes they're easier. With these guys, if you just shoot their ammo, they keep trying to fix it, and that'll delay them from trying to shoot you. You keep shooting their ammo and shoot them, shoot their ammo, shoot them, and that's the easier way to take those guys out. Now I'm just going to come out here and finish this dude off. Obviously we captured. You can see that supply room unlocked. Supply room's going to give you a lot of good stuff. Tag that dude. Now we are finished up with that. I'm going to go back, and every control point has a supply room. You're going to unlock a supply room, go in here, and there's going to be a lot of materials, weapons, gear, all sorts of stuff. Now the higher you go, the more difficult you do, the better loot that drops from these caches. Now this is all materials right here, but this is what we're looking for. This is where you loot the gear. You got 3 pieces there, not too bad. If you're on harder difficulty, you might get like 4 or 5. Alright, so let's see what we got. Let's modify around anything I like. No. Yeah, mask. Nope. Good there. Good there. Yep, good there. Oh, nice. Holster's good. Alright. And knee pads. Alright. Cool. And as you can see, these stats here are going to increase the more gear we put on. I've got different kinds of gear sets. You can see here they're building. Alright. Open this up, get some more ammo, and we are heading out. The control point officer, if you donate to them, you can see I have red. I wasn't able to go all the way, but if you donate at least 50% on each material there, which you can go around and find material pretty easily on the map. If you donate at least 50% of each and bring them all to white, that's going to be yep, going south. That'll help highlight some of the materials along your route and make it easier for you to find those, which is nice. Alright, so after capturing the final shade, well, final 2 are just short walk away. Alright, we got people scavenging around. And tucked in right here, kind of tucked away behind. It's a perfect example of how Division world design kind of rewards anyone willing to explore the edges of everything, you know? Alright, all the way down here tucked in. We got one more. right at the edge. Sweet. So let's head that direction. Got a new pistol. That'll work. That'll do. Like I said, things are going to be changing a lot. Your gear is going to be changing a lot. Don't worry about builds or anything like that right now. Knowing some of the basics of these builds early on is important. How they interact with your playstyle. Maybe you want to keep a gear set of yellows or reds or blues. Mix and match. See how you like to play with them. That's what this early stage in the game is all about. Trying to figure out how you like to play, what you like to use, without it being too detrimental just yet. It gets a lot more important once you're level 40. But right now, we're just learning. Okay. And also, you can take a lot of guides or guidance from people's builds and kind of tweak your own way of doing things. They're all pretty similar. Right, tucked all the way back here in between some cars, we got our final shake ash, and we unlocked that. We unlocked that 1040 safe house. So let's head right back there. That was so important because now look, we're all the way out here. I don't want to run all the way back there to get to the Jefferson Trade Center because that's where we're going first. That's our first mission. So let's fast travel back to the 1040 safe house. One of the biggest perks of unlocking it before doing this loop, obviously. So it puts you right next to the entrance of today's mission, Jefferson Trade Center. Sometimes it takes a little bit to load in. All right. Just so we know where we're going, we're going to lock it in, get our guideline, and fall out. And like I said before, as we're going into this, check out your options. It's going to show you how much experience you're getting, mission options. There you go. How much experience you're getting. Some of the other stuff here, we're unlocking the skill unlocked, which is important. We'll go over that next after we finish up. And it's so important as to why we're doing this. Don't forget to matchmake. I'm not going to probably get anybody in this run, but matchmake for you. You know, you can always get some bonus experience. Jefferson Trade Center is actually one of the first missions that really shows new players what the Division 2 is capable of, because it's got some long hallways, multi-level arenas, some open lobbies, and a couple of ambushes where the hyenas actually try to push your position, which is kind of cool. And inside you'll get that eerie abandoned office vibe, which, you know, you'll have some overturned desks, blown out staircases. We'll see some flickering lights, that kind of, you know, environment that tells its own story, right? Before you ever run into enemies. You can see this area is just flooded out. Little shopping carts here, abandoned. Everybody at the end of the hallway, if you can push them before they push you and flank you, priority. And the higher the difficulty goes, the more enemies you're going to have popping out of different areas. Don't forget to refill. Alright, moving on down the corridor. To the left, we're going to have some people here that don't know you're there yet. I've got my drone out, already starting to attack. You got one guy to the left, right up there, you see him? Yeah, he's trying to snipe you from up there. Don't let him do that, otherwise you'll be hurting. One more guy here, and now we've got everybody on the other side of this wall. Dude's trying to run away, not happening. Alright, so we're gonna run down here, knock these guys out. Like I said, some open areas, tight areas. Now if you go through here, and I'll show you, actually yeah, I'll show you what it looks like to kind of just push without using any cover or anything like that. You just keep shooting them. You're not paying attention. You got a guy flanked to your right. Look how much we're gonna get hit. Oh no! So go ahead and tuck away if that's happening. Pump you back up. reassess. Maybe use a different angle. Don't forget to run. These guys are smart. They like to flank around you.
You're near Espinosa's last node position. The shade node should...
Alright, go in here. Load up. We're going to be jumping down now. So go ahead and press if you're... I use a controller, so B. Easy enough. First parking lot.
That's probably the node.
Okay.
Isaac should get...
Run through here. We're gonna be heading on downstairs. Pick these components up. Head on through the corridor and down the stairs we go. We're going to unlock this door. It's not open for us yet. We will return to that. Okay. Reach the console. So we just run straight through. You're gonna see some stuff off to the left. Just want to get in here, start this up.
Authorization granted. Please stand by.
Open this. Hopefully we get something. Nah, nothing I really want. Okay.
All Isaac subsystems
And
operational.
don't forget to refill on ammunition.
Restored locally.
I don't feel I needed to because I feel 740s plus a clip is good enough. Alright, now we're able to go through here, and don't forget to run straight through this gate and pick up some gear.
Is this the division?
Yeah,
Looking for someone?
better backpack. I'll equip it later.
How are you on this channel?
Alright, back into... Now this is a bigger garage area. Be careful of running too far up forward here. You're going to have some people that bust out a door to the left. So, as you can see, I'm going to come through here, and oh, there they are. So just start making sure you're not getting flanked by them. They can get behind you real quick, and it's hard to control the area. So keep people in front of you as best you can. Watch out for those flanks, and use your cover as best you can. Right? I just like using different guns, having fun. Boop. There we go. People to the right. Only want to fight one direction, so I take out the least amount of people in the other direction. See, my health is a little low, but I think I'll be fine right there. As you can see, we completed that. Health goes up, armor goes up. Grabbing a lot of this stuff. Now, remember those hyena boxes we were talking about from yesterday? First, I'll equip some of this stuff. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, we'll do that. I think that's it. Okay. The hyena box. So there's one right over here. I'll open this up. I'll show you. Right there. Once again, need a key for those. If you go into the underground, they are boxes on the walls that will be dropping keys, and they are random keys too. So it's not like a guaranteed hyena key every single time. You might get dark zone keys, true zone keys. It just depends on the thing. All right, so come in here, and we're gonna get some better rounds. Gear up, or now I'm gonna get a little reckless in here just so y'all can kind of see this isn't just a run and gun kind of game. Also, that explosive resistance, look at that. If we didn't have that there, I'd probably be done. Alright. Like I said, I'll just get a little reckless. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no, my life, how can I do anything? So just tuck away, and like it says right there, just, yep. Boom, boom, boom. We now have all of our health back. So don't worry if you're going down. Just find somewhere to tuck in. And like I said before, these guys, they can be tricky. So also, what you want to do is try and aim for the head if you can. If you got long range or something, body shots are great and all. Let's see how we aim for the head. We got that. He's taking more damage from headshots. if you can pull it off, that's actually a pretty good way. Looks like my drone just found them instead of me. You can play the long game, you can play the short game, however you want to do it. There we go. Alright, so we're set, we're good. Yeah, okay. Nothing to pick up. So rolling into the next area, we only have about 2 more areas left. Alright. Getting through here. Promise. Yeah, as we move through, the game starts teaching us like pacing and patience, right? Using cover, repositioning, letting skills, do some work, and also choosing kind of when to push forward. It's a great early checkpoint for any agent to find their groove, honestly. Poor dude falling there. So we'll just take out these yahoos, find our spot. I probably should use... Nah, it's not fine. Alright, so we got this guy up here. These 2 guys. Oh. 3 guys. Oh no. Alright, take that dude. Easy shots. And drone, help me out. Ah, there he goes. Alright. Now we're good. Armor comes back. Check the area. And we're running right for the end main. Don't forget to re-up on your ammo right here before you go out there. You're going to have to go around in a circle. I like going to the right. I start left though. I go in, I'm going to start left. It's a big circle. I start taking out these people over here, and then I start working right. And it doesn't look like there's anybody just yet. There we go. And keep working around. That's our boss lady over there. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Mission complete. Let's go pick up our rewards. It's got the little fire there. That'll hurt us. There we go. Skill unlocked. Perfect. So we only have 1 skill right now. We'll go to the next. Dump that. Level up. What now? All right.
Looks like Isaac's back up and running.
So now let's head back to the White House. We'll fast travel there. Yeah. So we're going to cash in our newly collected skill and get our assault turret.
Critical upgrades to the base
Back
of
at the
operations.
base of operations. You can see it's upgraded now. It's not so desolate. They're starting to put things up. Things are looking good. We got Chow Hall. All right.
Staff a place to relax and boost morale. We're getting an influx of food, water, medical supplies. Some of these will remain here to create a stock.
Got comm centers.
The surplus will be redistributed to civilians in need. It's hard to believe we have a surplus of anything right now. The White House is coming back to life. Keep up.
All right. After that little cutscene, we're gonna go ahead over here to our left, quartermaster. We're gonna talk to him about getting our new skill. But first off, let's look. Oh, okay. Got some stuff here. What do I want? Nah, I don't need that. Okay. Nah. Same. All good. Okay. So let's talk to our quartermaster about a new skill. Now what I like to go with, like I said, is the turret. Now some people go with the shield. Shield's a great option for run and gun kind of stuff, giving yourself some cover on the go, but turret is one of my favorites. It's it's been a lifesaver while leveling, honestly. It's reliable, pretty accurate, perfect for solo play, gives you the freedom to move while it keeps enemies busy. It's a great option early on, especially if you put some work into yellow builds, skill efficiency, skill tiers. They'll only increase that damage. So let's open up some of these, see what we get. Okay, a couple of different options here. Gear. Like I said, those proficiency caches as we level up are going to be coming in handy and giving us some extra stuff. Ah, carbine. I like that. Let's go with that. Let's check it out. Alright, so as police M4. I mean, I don't really need a shotgun. Actually, I can probably get rid of these. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that one at least. Okay, so as you get weapons, I don't think it's unlocked right now. Let's see, but you can come down here to the range to test them out. Nope, it's unlocked. It's still locked. So as we upgrade our place, as we unlock a lot more stuff, we'll eventually get that. Right there is our range. Here's some topics on PvP. And we'll be able to test out our gear, test out our stuff. Yeah, no, see, that's not even giving us anything. So sometimes you'll get gear that's not a gear set piece, it's just green gear. It doesn't give you extra perks, so sometimes you just kind of say, no thanks. Yeah. And sometimes it's just better than what you got. Alright, cool. So, all upgraded, all feeling good, and it keeps giving us all these little things. Yep, got it. Heading upstairs. We're gonna go ahead and do one more cutscene.
If I could get more.
Alright, and that pushes the narrative forward. And that's where we're ending episode 2. At level 6, we got our new skill unlocked with the turret, we got Federal Triangle all cleared out, and one of the game's iconic early missions completed. Thanks for joining me in a new agent's journey. If you are enjoying this, keep hanging out with us for episode 3 as it comes out. We keep pushing deeper into the DC territory. And as always, agents, stay tactical.